Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the September 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Aries. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for the month of September. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and then the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you, Aries. But again, column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. Let's go ahead and get started there. So we have a summary affirmation card of I am chosen. So something you were selected to do, something you were chosen for in these last few weeks. So that's nice energy to see coming in. Again, being selected, being chosen there, Aries. But let's take a look and see what other messages we've got going on. So first up, we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of going through a necessary transition. I know this card maybe looks a little gloomy. It's kind of blue-gray. Everyone's facing away from us. All the swords are stuck in the boat. But again, the boat is heading in a forward, positive direction. So whatever you were selected for, whatever you were chosen for, is exactly what you needed there, Aries. The next card that we have is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is kind of a low spot card. You see the sky is dark. The person's laying down flat. They have all the swords stuck in them. We definitely were due for a transition away from that point. The next card that we have is the Ace of Pentacles. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Pentacles, this is typically new job, raise, promotion, investment, income, some sort of new money. So likely through this transition, there's some new money coming in. Fair to say for most of you, likely career move, being chosen or selected for a new job. But let's take a look and see what other cards we've got here. First up, we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. So again, we're moving on to this new thing, this new opportunity. It's also leading to new money. Again, for a lot of you, I think this is probably job related. The next card we have is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a card of worry, anxiety, depression. Not super surprised to see this. Again, we're kind of sitting in this low spot. So I'm really glad to see this transition is coming for you. And no doubt it's a necessary transition there. At the bottom here, we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups can be a kind of a non-committal card, so do be aware of that, Aries. You may be hesitant to go after this new opportunity, but again, we have cards saying that this is necessary. We have cards saying it looks like there's new money or good money coming for you here. So I would encourage you to go for it. Again, you were chosen, you were selected here. You are really busy too, so potentially the busyness is a factor that's kind of maybe holding you back or making you second guess. But all in all, it looks like a nice new opportunity that you were chosen for here. Now moving on to our next column, we're going to take a look at anything coming general for September. We have the card I Am Sealed. So this is an interesting one. We want to be sealed. We want to think about only letting in the good and blocking out the bad. So thinking about kind of having a bubble around ourselves and that bubble only taking on the good things. I do think for some of you right now, Aries, I'm kind of hearing that maybe potentially you are a little too sealed. So be cognizant, be aware of that. Again, we want to make sure we're open enough to let in the good, but just keeping out the things that are not serving us or the not so good things. So it is very much so a fine balance of being sealed. But let's take a look at our cards for this coming month and see what other messages I can give you here. First up, we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of having a lot to do, lots of burdens, lots of stresses. So this is like being overwhelmed, being stressed, being exhausted, so having lots and lots going on. Potentially that's what's leading you to be closed off just because, again, you're kind of maxed out or tapped out there, Aries, so be aware. make sure you're only taking on the things you must. Again, we have to be careful saying yes to things when we get in that situation because we already potentially have too much on our plate here. The next card that we have is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is very much so a love card, romantic love, partnership, proposal, marriage. So there could be some new love energy here or advancement of love. This could also be a decision that needs to be made anytime we have two of something on a card. It's interesting, this column seems to be echoing the message we were just talking about in our last column. I feel like we have the non-committal, there's still a decision to be made. We have our overwhelmed stress card still coming through, the decision, and then the new opportunity. So very much so a mirrored message here, it appears. At the bottom we have the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. It's a card of taking chances, fresh hopes, new paths, adventures, beginnings. So echoing the message I gave you in the last column as well, I really encourage you to go after this opportunity. It's a necessary transition. It's something we need to do, but it looks like we still have to make the decision if we're going to go after it or not. Again, maybe some of you are too sealed, still kind of fighting to block out that new opportunity. At the bottom here we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a card, we need to be thinking forward with the King of Wands. We need to know the plan. We need to make a move here, which makes sense. Something has to give regardless because you have the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Wands. So something has to give, but we need to be thinking forward with the King of Wands. This is also about taking the lead here, Aries. You need to take the lead. You need to make this move. The next card we have is the Ace of Wands. And again, anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. This is new projects. This is new undertakings. Again, I encourage you to go after this new opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, now the Ace of Wands. So many good new opportunity cards. Oh, the Fool included in that, of course, too. At the bottom we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is very traditional, very conventional. It's a card of expectations. It's very routine. I think you need to make a change. Again, you need to change up the routine, what you've been doing. So definitely encouraging you to go after that new opportunity. I know you're kind of overwhelmed and that's what's making you non-committal, but very promising new beginning. Lots and lots of messages saying that. Okay, let's take a look now at our money column, which is anything related to money. Starting out with a quick affirmation here. It says, I allow my money to work for me. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. We've talked quite a bit about money to this point, I believe, but let's see what other messages we have here. First up, we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very strategic, very intentional. It's planning out that next step. So we need to have kind of laser focused on our next move. Again, lots and lots of cards indicating that here, Aries, that we need to be thinking about our next move. So this is long-term strategic planning. Sometimes with the King of Swords too, that's about getting professional help. So maybe speaking to a counselor or mentor or something about next moves, but some maybe formal planning happening here as well. The next card we have is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a very speedy card. It's action, it's change, it's things happening very fast. Again, I do see change, I think, coming to work for many of you. We need to make that plan and take those next steps forward. We're not really happy right now, so we need to move towards something better. And there is a lot of opportunity, I believe, on the other side here. At the bottom, we have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is my favorite card in the entire deck. If you've watched my readings before, you'll know that. We have this beautiful full rainbow, happy couple, kids playing, the house in the background. The grass is green, the water is running. It's a card of really everything wonderful. It's total love, support, contentment, happiness. So I like this. I feel like there is a lot of happiness and contentment and success coming for you. Again, we do need to go through this change. That's the message here, Aries. Also, if you're looking to buy a house, the Ten of Cups can be a good house buying card for you as well. Taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a very patient card. It can be a card of waiting. I feel like you have been waiting, maybe kind of dragging your feet on this decision, on this change. We've been talking now 3 columns worth, so I think it's maybe been in the works for a while for you. The Knight of Pentacles is also reaping the benefits of your hard work. So you've worked hard to get yourself to this position and get yourself to this opportunity, Aries. So I definitely encourage you to go after it. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of leaving a legacy. It's long-term type energy. It's saying that what you're doing is good. It's the right thing long-term. And that's on top of that Eight of Wands, which was the change card. So again, I feel like this change, this transition is really the right next move for you. The Ten of Pentacles can also be lump sum or inheritance. So there could be some money coming in as well there. And at the bottom here we have the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. It's fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, adventures, beginnings. I can't say it enough. Go after this new opportunity. Side-by-side Fool cards at the bottom there for you. Taking a look at our next column now, we are going to take a look at anything related to love. So a quick love message for you. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. So first up, we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of hard work. It's putting in the effort. It's putting in the hours. The nice thing about the Eight of Pentacles, kind of similar to the Knight of Pentacles, is that you get to reap the benefits of that hard work. So you've put in the hard work for a reason. This is also a lot of enjoyment, though, that comes with the Eight of Pentacles. So I think this relationship that we're referring to has been a lot of work, but there's also been a ton of enjoyment, Aries, which is really important to see. The next card that we have is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is typically a not very good relationship. So something's happening here. Like this is like bully, theft, violence, abusive, some sort of toxic relationship. This could be relationship, family, friend, but I do see a relationship here that we're having issues with. And at the bottom we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of isolation, so it's kind of withdrawing, pulling back. So I think we are going to pull back from a relationship, potentially one that we, again, have worked really hard for and found a lot of enjoyment in. But there's something that's happening that's not quite right here. Let's clarify and see if I can give you any other messages. First up, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a card of healing. It's a card of support. I do think we'll likely try to mend this relationship. And just looking at the other spread of cards, I think that could be possible. But a lot of healing happens with the Queen of Cups. So I think because this relationship, we've put so much into it and we do get so much happiness and joy from it, it's something we're going to work to repair here with the Queen of Cups. The next card that we have is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, this is a card of gains. So again, we're gaining enough from this relationship that it seems to be worthwhile to try and resolve here. This can be like a solo card though. So we do have some solo cards, some withdrawal cards. Potentially we pull back from this relationship some and then that leads to the repair. But again, I feel like there is enough good in this relationship that will work to resolve it here. At the bottom, we have the Two of Pentacles. This is you kind of weighing your options, figuring out if this is worth it, having to make the decision if we are going to move forward or not move forward, if we're going to repair or not. Again, given the other cards, I think you'll try to do so. But this is you kind of pulling away and then thinking through and weighing, do we work this out or do we not? Okay, taking a look at our fifth and final column now, we have a message from our future self, our spirit guides. We have the summary affirmation card, I feel open. This makes a lot of sense. I was talking about earlier with the sealed card that I felt like some of you might have been a little bit too closed off. We need to be open to the things that we want to receive. So be thinking about not being open to everything, but again, just being open to the things that you want there, Aries. Let's go ahead and take a look though and see what messages we've got in this final column. We do have all major arcana cards, which means we have a big clear message coming through here. First up, we have the Empress. The Empress is a card of creation. It's a card of abundance. We are trying to attract something. We're trying to create something. So again, you need to be open to receiving. You need to be open to the abundance, open to the creation. The next card that we have is the Hermit. The Hermit is a card of going within for clarity. I always tell people this is what feels good at your core. This is what feels good at your heart. So getting clear on what you want is going to give you the ability to create what you want and be open to receiving what you want there. The bottom card, we have the Star card. The Star card is a card of hope. It's a card of renewal. I'm not sure what's shifting here, but it's like you realize now that this is obtainable, so now we need to open ourselves to receiving. You realize now this is something you can create, this is something you can obtain. So again, there's some sort of a new hope that's coming through with the Star card, but I'm glad to see it there because then again, it's going to give you that shift of mind that you need to get what you want here, Aries. Look at that, another row of all major arcana cards. So again, big clean message there at the end for you. The Chariot is our first clarifier. This is a card of action and change. It's about being on a journey. It's about navigating through. It's been a process to get you here, but you're actually in motion at this point. So again, you need to be open to receiving because you're in the process of creating already. The wheels are turning. The next card we have is the Hermit. So we have the Hermit on top of the Hermit. I always love when this happens. It's kind of like the universe saying, I said what I meant. So be very clear on what you want. At your core, what feels good. At your heart, what feels good. Being clear on what you want so you can receive and create. At the bottom here, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of being at a turning point. Again, there's some sort of shift that's happening here. This is good luck, good fortune, receiving the things that you want. So definitely be open to them there, Aries. At this time, I'm going to give you the opportunity now to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to take a look at our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them. But question number 1, we have the King of Clubs. This is number 50 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the Ace of Clubs. This is number 31 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3, we have the Ace of Hearts. This is the number 11 card. That's going to be a no. So yes, no, no there for you, Aries. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of September. You have a Moonstone this month, which is good for devotion. It's very intuitive, really helps keep crazy things at bay, and it has nice feminine energy to it as well. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your Healing Note says, healing may not be so much about getting better as it is about letting go of all the expectations, the beliefs, and becoming who you really are. Thank you so much, Aries, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful month.